So I have prepped some biscuit dough that will sit out overnight. I've got a wet tea towel over it. So in the morning, I am going to turn this into sourdough biscuits. That sounds so good. So I actually got a new sourdough starter. A friend of mine is also doing sourdough, and I wanted to see if their sourdough starter was better than mine. Mine, I just don't know that I ever 100% got it right. So I've had this for a little bit, and I've been feeding it to get more. So this is the first thing that I'm making with it is these biscuits. So hopefully they'll turn out. I'm a little worried I just like killed the sourdough starter by, I just fed it a half a cup of flour because I used so much of it. I think I should have fed it less. I don't know. Only time will tell, right? Anyway, so I'm excited to see how these will turn out tomorrow morning.
Yep.
I got my sweet little helper here, cutting out some biscuits.
Are those too close together?
A little, just, they don't need a lot of room in between them, but just a little bit. Good job. And look, y'all, so last night, I made the biscuit dough, used this new starter. Oh my goodness, I thought like I for sure killed it. It seemed very thick. I kept adding water. Anyways, I would say it's doing pretty darn good. This is like the best that I have had. So much better than what mine was doing. Yeah, it just wasn't working that well. It was like pasty. I don't know. I don't think I was feeding it enough. Anyways, I'm super excited about this. So we will be making some bread later on because we got a lot of the sourdough starter. But first we're gonna get these biscuits in the oven for breakfast today.
Cowgirl.
What was that?
A cowgirl.
You wanna be a cowgirl for Halloween? You're so sweet. All right, so we're working on school. Harper's practicing her name. So Harper, do you see that I wrote your name? So I wrote it in a yellow crayon and she's gonna trace over it, okay?
Mama.
Yes.
I want to be a skeleton for Halloween.
A skeleton?
I want to be a bear. Halloween.
You wanna be a bear?
I thought you wanted to be a fox.
One of the many questions that I get being a homeschool mom is how do you homeschool a wide variety of ages and meet the needs of everybody? I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. We have 11 children, for those of you who don't know, and we have homeschooled all of them. Right now we have 11th grade through pre-K. One of the big things that helps our school is whenever I'm sitting down with the little kids, my middle age children, who Jackson's in 7th grade, Miley's in 5th grade, and Logan's in 4th grade, they can sit down and work on math. And then I know that math is done with them. I can follow behind if they need extra help or anything like that. But teaching textbooks has helped us so much because it teaches the lesson, it also grades the lesson, and it's actually kind of fun for the kids to sit down and do their math work. So here's Miley working on her math while I've been at the table sitting with Reagan and Harper. Jackson and Logan have actually already finished for the day. We have 2 computers, so we rotate through the children. And it's always a big deal when the kids are old enough to use teaching textbooks. It's one thing that they always ask. Like Reagan asks right now, can I do computer math is what they call it. So it has been a huge help in our homeschool, huh? Because you can work on math while I'm working with somebody else. And then it's your turn to sit with mom, right? Yep. Are you liking being on computer math? Yep.
It's really good.
Yep. On a problem, one of the things that teaching textbooks will do is it'll pop up a hint to give them kind of like a clue of how to solve the problem. So it'll kind of go back and reinforce what it has taught. You want to hit the hint button? Yep. So there we go. Teaching textbooks has been a huge help to our homeschool because I know that the kids are receiving a quality math education in the grade level that they are at, and I'm able to focus on other areas, like a toddler right here by me. I'm able to sit down with other kids, but I can go back and see what they might need help with. So we are very thankful for teaching textbooks in our homeschool. Especially for those higher grades, y'all. High school math, enough said. Y'all, this weather is just amazing. Oh, I could just stay outside all day. I love whenever it starts getting cooler out. It's just so nice. Just that crisp feel. Oh, well, the crispness is gone. We have highs 85 today, but that, you know, that's cooler for us Floridians. You say hi? It's a little bit later. I'm getting dinner started. Tonight we're gonna have that chicken, penne, broccoli bake that I have made. I've made it a couple times on video. It is seriously so good. The cream sauce is mozzarella versus Parmesan, and I think that's why most of my kids like it better. I love Alfredo sauce, but my kids have it, but they like this, and this is very similar. It's just mozzarella cheese instead of Parmesan cheese. So I'm getting that started. The kids are running around playing. We got school done. Obviously, we got school done a lot earlier in the day, but we've just kind of had a good day. Mostly the kids have been outside because it's just that time of year when the heat is gone and you can stand being outside for longer than 5 minutes. So I make this recipe a little bit different than what they show how to. Trying to get that butter off there. Gonna get that melted. I'm using these Caraway pans, y'all. I love them. They seriously, I should have filmed it, but I didn't. We had made rice in this pot right here, and it burned, like completely burned. And y'all know, like, burned rice, how hard it is to get off of the bottom of a pan. It literally just, like, it just scooped out, and there was no problem at all. I was like, wow, that pan, no, it didn't ruin it. I honestly was like almost in tears thinking I ruined my pot. Anyways, but if y'all didn't see that video of the Caraway pots and pans that I did a while back, I will link it in the description box below and put Caraway's link, because I honestly am pretty impressed with these. The only thing is it takes a while for them to heat up, but that's because they're ceramic, so you just kind of have to get used to that. And the handles get hot, so you just obviously have to remember to use pot holders. But other than that, I absolutely love them. But moving on about what I'm making for dinner. So the way that I kind of change up the recipe is I make my regular Italian chicken. This is about 2.5 pounds of chicken that I cut up, cooking that. And then the sauce on the recipe, it is an olive oil base. I do butter. And then that's going to be for my noodles. So I will show y'all once it's all done. All right, so I got a roux going for the sauce. So that was 1 stick of butter and adding some flour. I didn't measure the flour. We're having that chicken pasta dish. Then add chicken broth, and once 2 cups of chicken broth is combined, then we add a cup of heavy whipping cream. All right, so I added the heavy cream already and got all that combined. Gonna add about a cup of mozzarella. I need to add some seasonings too. I do have garlic in here already, but I want to add some Creole seasoning. All right, dinner's done. Got the pasta all put together, baked, and then I also made some homemade garlic bread out of some bread that we made earlier in the week that needed to get used up. And I don't know why, y'all, but this absolutely took me forever. Now, I will have to say, I had 2 little helpers, and by little, I mean little. Kinley and Camden kept coming in. But this seriously took forever. I even purposely started cooking early, thinking, oh, it'll be nice to like have dinner done and I can sit down. That didn't happen. My plan backfired. It doesn't matter. Everything's cooked, ready to eat. Kids, it's now 6 o'clock. I think I started cooking like just before 4. Where does the time go, y'all? I have no idea.
As a young girl, it feels were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back. All the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
Well, the signs of a good day is that the children are all filthy and need a bath. So we are gonna get them bathed and cleaned up and ready for bed. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
We spent summers catching